Hey everybody, welcome to tonight's live stream. This is a bit of a different one. We're going to have a purpose to this live stream tonight. We're going to talk about the difference between Universal passes and Disney passes, and the benefits of those and how exactly they're going to benefit you. So this is going to be a nice discussion tonight. If you're in the chat, hello. Hello to the Walkies. Hello GW. Hope you guys are having a good evening tonight. We were supposed to go live from Magic Kingdom tonight. Angie and I have been feeling under the weather. I've got some kind of a cold, and Angie's just not feeling good. We should be back at the parks tomorrow, though. But we thought we would take the time to come on here and talk to you guys about all the annual pass stuff. So let me know if you can hear me okay. Is everything okay, like with the sound? Hey Pinocchio, how's it going? Ollie's waving at the screen and saying hi to you as well. Oh, hi Ollie. Let me look at the screen. Hi Ollie. Put the camera over here. Last time we did a live stream, I had a scare where it came right off my tripod, and it really, really scared me. So didn't want any of that happening. So, but how are you guys tonight? Hope you guys are doing well. We're gonna let some people get in here. If you're watching this after the fact, you might want to skip ahead a little bit. And when we start talking about the actual passes, so give it about skip to probably like the 10-minute mark or so if you're watching this after the fact, because we're recording this as a live, but this is your Friday video. Simply because I just wanted to kind of sit down and talk to you guys and get some of your concerns about being annual pass holder, what you're going to have to do, and talk about the monthly payments and all that kind of stuff. I know that can be very frustrating. We did a video last week about Disney annual passes, and we got a ton of comments. A lot of people asking what exactly are the benefits of having a Disney annual pass. It also got me thinking that, it's been like almost 2 years since I've done a Universal annual pass video, so I need to talk about that a little bit because the prices have changed. Another thing that changed is this card here. This is my Disney annual pass. That card is going to change. Well, I think it already has, hasn't it?
I think
we just haven't been there.
We just haven't done it.
We just need to go get it tomorrow.
And when we go, I don't want to waste my time standing in line.
Oh yeah, for sure. Pinocchio says, I'm sick too with a cold, almost a week. I'm sorry, buddy. It sucks, man. Yeah. I was sucking on a cough drop before we started. Oh, I'm glad he loves that. That's awesome. Oh, thank you. We'll be okay. We just gotta get better. It's just, it's been one of those weeks, for sure. We're good. Just having new curtains. It's been so hot here. Crazy for April. Wow.
How hot is it there?
Yeah, let's compare. How hot is it there?
I mean, for them.
You got sunburn. Oh my gosh.
Mom said it was kind of warm the other day, and they're in South Dakota.
Huh. That is weird.
Yeah.
Sorry guys, we are trying to post in our groups. We're going to start the Love Our Life group very soon. I need to do that.
78 here.
Yeah.
That's still decently warm, especially if, for some reason, when you're in a colder climate, when it gets in the 70s, it feels really hot. But here, I'm different anyway, but here, when it gets in the 70s, I think it's kind of cooler.
Yeah.
I think Mom said it was in the 70s the other day in South Dakota.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Wow, that's crazy.
It's weird because they just had a blizzard.
Huh. Sorry, guys. I'll be just a second. Like I said, if you're watching this after, just go ahead and skip to 10 to 12 minutes, something like that. Hello, Love Pugs. 78, yay, the group is going to be awesome. Yes, I think so. It'll be cool. Bring in new people. That's what we want to do.
We actually had an air advisory. What
Air
does that mean?
advisor. What's that mean? You guys watched that? What was it called? Ryan Hall, y'all, or something like that. I think I did check him out for just a minute the other day. If I cough during this, I'm so sorry, guys.
At least they won't catch your germs.
Yeah, at least they won't catch my germs. For sure. You want to tell them about when you were stuck on... See, I got the crud that Angie had about a month ago. Was it about a month ago now that my family was here? Yeah, and so that was kind of crazy. And like, tell them about what happened to you on the Hogwarts train.
Oh yeah, because I had my little cold or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was on the Hogwarts train, and the whole cab was like packed. Like I think they're supposed to fit like 4 per like seat or whatever. And I started getting a tickle in my throat. And I was like,
I have right now.
Yeah, and I was like, oh no, because we're in like close proximity to everyone.
Yeah.
And I was sitting beside people that I didn't know.
Yeah.
So I was just like trying to like hold it together and hold it in. And I was like, oh my gosh, I have no water. I had nothing. But then I remembered that I had a cough drop in my bag. So I was like, oh my gosh, I need to at least try that. So I like dug in there and like got the cough drop. And I was like, oh my gosh, because I needed to like cough so bad. And I didn't want to cough in there. And I kept going,
oh yeah, I know.
trying to get it to go away. And I was like, oh my gosh, this train cannot be slower right now.
Well, last night I was okay until like around 8 o'clock, and then I started feeling real feverish. I took some ibuprofen, and I haven't had a fever feeling today. I did earlier at the store, but I think it was just because I was just ready to get home. We went and saw Super Mario Brothers today. We were going to do a whole video on that in the Cinemark at Universal. So we decided not to. We didn't feel well enough, so we just went to the theater we always go to in Altamont, which is not that far from us. So we just went to that one instead, and I was just like, you know what, we'll do that for maybe the next movie or something like that. So, but we will do that. We really liked Super Mario. We thought it was really good. Mm-hmm. Would I watch it a second and third time? Yes. Would I go pay the money to go back to the theater second or third time? Probably not, because it has to be amazing for me to watch it. I thought it was really good. There's a couple of things that I would have done differently. But other than that, I mean, I'm not a director, so I'm not a movie maker, so, but I do have strong opinions about film. But I really liked it. I really did. Sorry, guys. Let me get to your comments here. It means the air is going to be really heavy, humid, and not good to be in, along with pollutants being high. You cough and people freak out like you have the plague. Yeah, yes.
Especially after...
especially down here.
And especially after the pandemic or whatever. I don't know what I'm allowed to say.
Peaches by Giant Black has a music video that was funny. Yeah, I've seen people talking about it, but I haven't watched it yet because I was trying to avoid all spoilers. And I pretty much avoided all spoilers, except for one night, the other night, on TikTok I was scrolling through, and it showed the beginning of the movie, like the scene where like Mario comes home after the plumbing thing. It showed that, and I was like, really? I didn't want to see that, Yeah. It's not like a major plot point or nothing, but, it is what it is. So, how many minutes are we in here? We're in 9 minutes, so we'll give it a couple more minutes. 90 degrees today in Pennsylvania. Woo! That's pretty warm. It's only 82 here today, right now, but what was it earlier today?
It's still, like, hot, though.
It was a high of 89. Tomorrow will be a high of 91. We're going to the parks tomorrow, and it always likes to get really hot when we go to the parks for some reason. I always have my Mickey towel with me, though, to make sure I'm, wiping down. But anyway, so I'm going to do a poll for you guys. I know there's just a few of you in here, but we're going to get more people in here, I know. Let's do this. Let's get a poll going here. I should be able to create a poll here. There we go. what is the max that you would pay for your Universal Pass when Epic Universe is added? So let me see if I can word that in a...
What are they right now? You'll have to.
Well, we're going to talk about that in just a minute.
Because I think if you don't have a universal pass, you would need to know how much it is now to know how much you would maybe add to make it worth it or something.
Okay, let's see. We're going to do monthly, or no, yearly. Let's say $100 more.
You think it's gonna be that much more?
Oh, yes. I have some strong opinions that are going to come out tonight about what I think is going to happen. And then, okay, here we go. So let's go ahead and get into that. Tony Bully, hello, my favorite YouTubers. Oh, thank you, Tony. We appreciate that. Welcome to the live stream tonight. Okay, so we're going to get into all the annual pass stuff. So I've said we would wait in about 12 minutes. So if you skip forward when you watch this after, congratulations. Okay, so let's talk about each one. Now, let's go over and let's start with Disney tonight. I was going to start with Universal, but I really want to start with Disney because Disney has a unique system versus Universal. Okay, so there's two things, and I feel like in the video I kind of covered it, but I feel like I want to give more details and talk more in depth as someone that's a pass holder. I had a few of you guys comment and say that you're moving to the area, you're thinking about getting Disney annual passes, and which one should you buy, so forth and so on. So anyway, we got the Disney Pixie Pass. This is your smallest tier. Now, this only applies if you are a Florida resident only. So Florida resident. So if you are not a Florida resident, just tune me out for a minute. This is a Florida resident only. That's how you can be eligibility. Yes. Reservation-based system, which is kind of going away, and we'll explain that in a minute. And then you do get 20% off, and you get free parking. So each pass with Universal,
they're all have that same.
Yes, they all have the free parking. So
and
it's
the
not
discount.
like preferred or nothing. It's just free standard parking. Still trying to find a place in Florida. I know you will, buddy. It's hard. Trust us. We're trying to move ourselves right now. We're moving to Kissimmee.
Yeah.
But we're in Orlando right now. We're trying to move to Kissimmee. So.
Yeah.
But anyway, so that one's a Florida resident only. That's $399 with blockout dates, and the blockout dates are pretty extensive.
For that one. Which those are, you can
That's
only
a
go during the
PDF
week,
there.
right?
What was that?
That pass you can only go during the week. Was
Yes.
that,
Yeah.
right?
There are blockout dates on that. So, well, I have to find where I was at. No, I don't want to do that. I want to compare. Okay. Sorry, guys. Sorry about that. I had it good to go. No, that's not what I want.
It's comparing them. See?
No, I know, but that's not what. Well, I guess I should pull it up. I just can't see it on my screen here. So let's do that. Does it have the prices? Yes, it does have the prices. So.
Yeah, just pull it over so you can
Okay.
see it.
Okay. Sorry, it's gonna jitter there for just a minute. Okay, so yeah, so $399 plus tax. You have to be a Florida resident only. $205 down. You might want to slide this way. You're completely out of frame. Sorry. $205 down. Hi, Lisa. How's it going? Wait, the camera's here this time. Hi, Lisa. Oh my gosh. It has been a week. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Florida resident only, $205 a month, or $205 down, $19 a month for the Pixie Pass with blockout dates. And you can check the blockout date calendar. It's usually around Christmas and around holidays like that you usually are not able to go. So, I mean, that, unfortunately, that happens, you know. We don't like for that kind of stuff to happen, but it does happen. And, I mean, I'm hoping, I don't know, it's kind of frustrating with the blockout dates, but I do understand you get what you pay for, you know what I mean? Like, it is kind of what it is, you know? And then the next pass down is the Pirate Pass. Now, the Pirate Pass, now this one is, you know, it's like the next step up. It's $50 a month. You have to be a Florida resident only on this one to be able to get it. So that's another thing. So $205 down, $50 a month, blockout dates. Now this one has most days. That's what I should talk about. Let me go back. The Pixie Pass has only kind of weekdays. You know, you can only go Monday through Friday on the Pixie Pass. You can't go the weekends. Now the Pirate Pass, you can go most days. So you still have to, you know, figure that out or whatever. Lisa, we are doing well. We're a little sick. We have some kind of crud or whatever, but that's why we're doing the live stream from home. Then let's move on to the Sorcerer Pass. The Sorcerer Pass is $969 a month, or no, for the year, $69 a month, and $205 down. And you have to be a Florida resident or a DVC member. A DVC is a Disney Vacation Club member that you have to be. So it's just one of those things. Like this pass really sucks for people who don't live here.
Yeah, I know.
Because
anybody outside of Florida can't even make payments.
Right. So the only thing that you can get if you do not live here in the state of Florida, the swampy great state of Florida, is the Incredipass, which is $13.99
plus tax.
I just noticed this is currently unavailable. Well, that's right. It doesn't come until the 20th.
Right.
Okay,
Yeah,
never mind. And these go on sale the 20th. Sorry.
Yeah.
$13.99. You have to pay it all in full if you do not live here in Florida. So if you're a Florida resident, you can get monthly payments on it, which is 12 months, no interest, $205 down, $108, like I said, $108 a month. All guests, no blockout dates. Now, personally, this is the pass that Angie and I have. We do not pay for them right out. We don't. If we did not live here, we wouldn't be able to do it. I mean, that's just a lot of money. Mm-hmm. I mean, I guess, technically throughout the year, you save the money and you'd be like, well, you could do it anyway. But, yeah, we only have this because we can make monthly payments. Mm-hmm. And I'm very thankful for that because we just like to go sometimes randomly. Sometimes we'll just be sitting here around this time at night and be like, can we go to Epcot real quick? Yeah, sure, let's go to Epcot real quick. Sucks. I would sure get it even at $13.99 if I could pay monthly. Yes, exactly. I totally understand. So for us, it's like $225 a month, and the reason why it's $225 a month is because we have the Photo Pass and the water parks added. So technically, we have 6 parks on our pass. Yeah. I kind of think that's decent. For what it is.
And for as many times as we go in a year.
Yeah, 6 parks versus Universal's 2 park that we have. We do not have the water park Universal. But yeah, so you're kind of stuck when it comes to that kind of stuff, and it just, it just really sucks. Like it really, really sucks when it comes to that kind of stuff because you want to be able to go, But I mean, it's still like I still think they're trying to figure out stuff. I don't know really what they're doing, you know, and what their mentality is behind that. Hopefully, very soon though, they'll get that, you know, kind of fixed or whatever, because it's a lot of money, to come up with. And we have some friends that want to buy their passes, and they just don't have the money for it.
Oh,
You know, they had the money, but then Disney was taking forever for them to,
Yeah.
you know, come out.
Well,
And
and
then
they have to pay it outright.
and they had other, they had other bills and stuff like that too.
And, you know, when you have a family of whatever, you know,
Yeah.
3 or more people,
Yeah.
that's a lot of money to fork out.
But Universal fans, do not be deceived though, because Epic Universe is about to come out or come to fruition in the next couple of years. And I hate to tell you, but prices are going to be jacked up.
With
They-
Epic.
They will be. I am predicting $1,000 for a year. So a $300 increase. The only difference would be is you can pay monthly, you know, on that. So
Yeah.
that would be the only difference, you know. So to me, in all honesty, when we bought our passes, so we're kind of locked in, because when we bought our passes, they were at $11.99. They've gone up to $13.99 now.
Yeah, but when we had our pass before with the old system, it was 8 something. It was like between the Pirate and the Sorcerer Pass price.
Yes.
When we had the gold or whatever.
Yes. Before the pandemic,
Yeah.
it was like we paid $800 for the year
Yeah.
for 2, so $1,600 in a year. They can keep Disney. I would not pay that kind of money. I feel like they could get more people buying yearly passes if they would open it up to outside of Florida residents for monthly payments.
Yes, for sure.
I do understand that. I
Yeah.
get it. But as a confession, as a local, I will say, now Disney's for everyone, Universal's for everyone. But as a local, I will say the most frustrating thing is spring break, is Christmas, is the summertime. Of course, you live in a tourist city, get over it, right?
Yeah.
So I pretty much get over it.
Yeah.
I just stay away, you know? So if you ever notice, like when our videos come out, like we do other things, like when it's super busy, because we have learned from being here to avoid when to come to the parks, because I feel like it's just way too much, you know? But, so what my point of that was, I believe that they have the prices at this level and won't allow you to pay monthly payments on this, is still to reduce that level of how many people are in the park. Magic Kingdom can hold 80,000 people. 80,000 people. Now, it has not been restored to capacity since the pandemic. So it has not been restored. So right now they're running at about 50 to 60,000 people.
Which is still
It's
lot.
still a lot of people. Universal, I love Universal. They have a lot of groundwork to make up to become on Disney's level. I don't mean park-wise. I mean the machine, the beast. Excuse me. I will give you a story, okay? So, my family is kind of anti-Disney, right?
Mixed.
They're mixed about it. When they came down here, we took them to Wilderness Lodge, and my brother was riding with me in the car, and I just started showing him all the Disney property, like, you know, all Disney properties the size of Manhattan. It's huge. And it just like got clicking with him. He's like, oh, okay, like, because his thing was too, I'm not gonna pay all this money, you know. And he just got clicking. He was like, you know what? I get it. You know, I get why Disney it's huge machine. Why it's Universal as much as I love Universal, you guys know that it's my favorite park here in town.
But the experience.
But the experience is different,
Disney.
and like while I feel like Universal is a more adult experience for like me to like, why I get more excited about Universal, like stuff like Halloween Horror Nights and tribute stores and stuff like that. Like Universal knocks Disney out of the park with that stuff. But overall, it's just like one of those things. So Universal has a lot of groundwork. I believe they can get there with Epic Universe. They're really starting to get there, and with the hotels that are going to be built. The only thing I wish about Universal is I wish Universal was not on the road that it's on, because you have to cross over the street to go into the parking garage or whatever. So it doesn't feel all inclusive like Disney does.
Yeah.
Once you go through those, the signs at Disney, you're on Disney property, and that's it. And Universal can get there. They definitely can. And with what they're doing right now, see, most people are getting ticked off and upset about this kind of stuff, and they're like, I'm just going to go try Universal. And people are finding out that Universal is actually a really great park, and they have great things. Now, granted, do they have all the hotels and everything like that? No, they don't. Eventually they will, but they don't have that. I mean, where they decided to build was kind of in a excuse me, inconvenient area now, because it's on next to International Drive, which is crazy busy. No one likes to go down there on International Drive. They can't really expand because there's a school right behind Universal, unless they bought out the school.
That's when they have to close things down and
do
new rides.
Right,
and stuff.
right, because
they
can't
have a
expand this way, and Epic Universe they can.
But they have a lot of I was noticing the last time I was at Universal, there's a lot of buildings that don't get used and stuff that they could really do something with.
Yeah.
Or tear it down and put a ride there or whatever.
Yeah. So I mean, there's things that to consider other than just the price. So my defense is where I'm going to really go on defense here. Is I'm going to defend Universal very heavily in this video. You guys know that we are Switzerland. We say this all the time. We are neutral. We love both equally. Sometimes, during certain times of the year, we'll love Universal more. Sometimes during certain times of the year, we'll love Disney more. It's that way. It's just depending on what they got going on. During Christmas, we did Grinchmas a couple of times, and then we were done with Universal pretty much, and then we went to Disney, literally the week before Christmas. We were there almost every day, it felt like. Okay, a couple comments here, so sorry. We'll get into the Universal stuff here in a minute. I feel like they could get more people buying it. Yeah, I read that one. And it's $1,850 to $2,900 Canadian, depending on the bank.
She corrected,
not
she meant $2,900. Yeah, she meant
Oh, I was like, well, dang, that's a huge increase. Fair enough. I mean, it can get frustrating with tourists. Yeah, I mean, and I'm not saying that in a negative way, because when I first moved here, our first 6 months, I had a friend of mine tell me that, and we were talking before I moved down here, and he was saying he's like, you're gonna hate it, and I was like, nah, man, no way. He's like, just think about it, you're gonna hate it. So when I first moved down here, I was just like, I get to go to Universal every day, because at the time we didn't have our Disney passes. I get to Universal every day, and I did. I was there. You can go back, look at our history of our videos. We were putting out 6 or 7 videos a week when we first moved here, which is really tough to do. But at the time, I was just like, go, 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 go. And then you start getting frustrated as 6 months in, you get frustrated with tourists and stuff, I guess. And then you get to where I'm at now, where it just doesn't bother you. Other than you just know when to avoid. This weekend's a marathon weekend. Guess where we didn't go tonight? Magic Kingdom. We would have gone anyway if we would have felt better, but yeah, so we kind of learned it. So we don't want you to think we hate tourists, because we don't. My whole point was I love going into the parks and hear people go, oh my gosh, Mom, look, it's Diagon Alley, or oh my gosh, look at that castle. I love hearing that. And
Except for what's really funny is when we're in Disney and people are like, "Where's the Hogwarts castle?"
yeah. Which park is that, sir? They'll see me with my camera and they'll be like, sir, do you work here? I'm like, no, I don't. I don't think Disney or Universal would let me work in t-shirt and shorts. Where are the dogs?
Laying
they're passed out.
Yeah.
They're passed out. They haven't really had a day. We've been gone most of the day.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so while that is frustrating, of course, it is what it is, and we love living here. I could not foresee us living, anywhere else now. I really enjoy us living here. Like, it's just it's worth it. And yeah, it's really expensive to live here. It really is. And sometimes you're like, dang, like, would this rent go down? Like, some of the places that we're looking at right now, we're like, my gosh, it's like a 20 to 30% increase.
Yeah, like some of the apartments are like $2,500 a month. Yeah. I'm like, okay, who in the world can afford that?
Yeah, I know. It is crazy. I think we just had a subscriber come through. I'm not sure. I heard marathon weekends are crazy. Moved our trip date to avoid one. Yes, they are crazy. They're crazy, and the people are crazy.
The amount of people.
I don't care how skinny I get. I don't think I will ever be like, hey babe, let's run a 10K and then spend the rest of the day all day at Magic Kingdom. I don't think I could do that.
Even I exercise pretty much every day.
Yeah.
And I still get really tired being in the park all day.
Yeah, I average about 4 miles a day, usually. Yeah. And I go to the park probably about 4 to 6 times a week. Just depends on the week. So I usually 4 miles a day, just depending. I will say though, like, I was on the monorail when we went and did Tron. When I got invited to that cast member preview. And the guy, I was just like, it's nothing for me. Like, because I'm so used to, when I first moved here, I was like, my gosh, how do all the other vloggers do it? But now it's just like nothing. I got off the monorail, we went to Tron, rode it twice, and then I left. And that's all I did. Like, I literally walked to the park, went to the back of the park, rode it twice, and left. And I got on the monorail, and this guy goes, whew, 2,000 steps, walked 2 miles, and the day's just getting started. I don't know if I can handle this. And I was like, okay. And I went and looked at my Fitness Pal or Fitness app on my iPhone, and it said I had walked 2.2 miles and had like 2,500 or 3,000 steps, something like that. So I was just like, it's a beast, man. It's a beast when you get here. Okay, so you lost another 8 pounds. That's awesome, man. I'm glad to hear that. Mm-hmm. Glad to hear that. I'm down around 10 pounds this week, so I'm excited. Cool things ahead. So anyway, let's go back and let's talk about Universal stuff, because we need to talk about Universal. That's why you guys are here today. Okay, so there's 2 different tiers here to Universal, okay? There is the non-Florida resident and the Florida resident passes. So let's go here to the Florida resident. Now this is just 2 parks, and we will look at 3 parks here in just a minute. Not gonna lie, I'm seriously worried about not being able to handle all the walking. I know. It's when Angie and I came here on our honeymoon. I was really overweight. Like, I know I'm still overweight, but like, I was really overweight. And when we walked from the bus to the front of Epcot, I was already like, I gotta sit. And excuse me. So I do understand that. I do understand being scared. And being worried about it, because it's a task. It really is. when my family was here, I did 4 parks in one day.
Mm-hmm.
And people keep asking me to do an 8-park challenge, and I'm like, I don't know about that. I really don't. I don't know if I can handle that. But I was dead after that day. I went to Universal Islands of Adventure, and then where'd it go? Magic Kingdom, and then Hollywood Studios. So all in one day. It was crazy. Okay, so let's talk about this. Now, Universal, you can pay flex pay options on 3 of the passes. You cannot do their lowest tier, which is the seasonal pass. Blockout dates apply here. Let me see, and I think it'll pull them up here. Yep. Seasonal pass, blockout dates, of course, Thanksgiving, Christmas, all of July, the first week of April, which is usually like around Easter, something like that. January 1st through January 2nd. That's weird.
I think because that's a continuation of Christmas.
Yeah, the middle week of spring break, which I know Disney passes have that too. Excuse me. So those blockout dates do apply. And then, so that's $424 for the seasonal pass. And you don't really get any benefits on this except for some hotel discounts and discounts on theme parks. So you don't even get discounts on merchandise, which sucks. Are those prices per month?
So that one you have to pay.
No, this one, that is the total. The seasonal pass. You don't
get to make payments, right? On that one?
That's right. You do not get to make payments. Now, I'm going to get through this. Sorry. The Power Pass, which is the next one up, you can do flex pay on that. It is $23 a month, which is not bad.
No.
For us, like, I would love if our pass was $23 a
month. Yeah.
But it's not. We'll get into which one we have. And then blockout dates apply here as well. You guys can check that out. Also note these first 3 passes do not include parking. And parking is $30 currently. And went up from 28, 25, 27, 28. Now it's 30.
And I think in the summer it goes up even further.
Yeah, and I'll make sure I cover that this summer when we talk about that. I'm sorry. You do get 50% off of daytime parking. So the key here is you have these passes. Just go after 6. Yeah, it doesn't give you much time, but you wouldn't have to pay for parking. You don't get any discounts on your food. You don't get a Halloween Horror Nights ticket.
No. You
do get admission to select events and concerts, Mardi Gras. So you do get to go to Mardi Gras concerts and stuff like that for that. $474 total, $23 a month. Now, Preferred Pass, which is the next step up, $27 a month, $539 for the year. Free parking. There are blockout dates for
free and discounted. It says free and discounted self-parking.
Yes, free and discounted parking. For early park admission, there are blockout dates. So there's no blockout dates, but for early park admission, there is.
But that's after first visit. So if you just bought your pass, like online or something, you have to go pick it up. You're gonna have to pay to park.
Wait, I'm talking about the blockout dates.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. For the early park admission. See what I'm saying? Like, it's certain days you can get EPA on there. You can't always get it on that. But and then you do get discounts on food and merch here. I believe, was it 15 or 20? I think it's 15% that you get off. And then Universal Hotel discounts, same thing. No free Halloween Horror Nights ticket. And then the Premier Pass, which is the big one, $754.99. Pay less than $37 a month for that. So $37 a month, not too entirely bad. Let me turn this so they can see you a little bit more. You're way out of frame.
Sorry.
It's okay. $37 a month, park to park admission. So you can go each park anytime. That's also something I didn't mention about seasonal and power pass is you can't just go to any park any day. You have to. You might have blockout days, so you might be allowed to for example, during Mardi Gras, you can go into Islands of Adventure, but you can't go into Universal, like on concert dates. Mm-hmm. That's just an example. It's free express pass after 4. Now, this is the biggest perk, and this is the reason why I will tell anyone to buy the Premier Pass. If you can swing it, I would buy it. Because you get, after 4 p.m., you get a free Express Pass on any ride that has Express Pass.
And you can only ride it once.
And only ride it once. So, a lot of times that's what we'll do. We'll wait till after 4 when we want to go ride stuff. And we just use our Express Pass, and the max we've ever waited is like 5-10 minutes.
And a lot of the lines will let you get in line a little bit before 4 because by the time you get up there and get on the ride, it'll be 4.
Yeah.
So they're really generous about that.
Yeah, they definitely are. And it's awesome. Also, you get free parking and free valet with that. So we don't ever use that because it... they require you don't have to.
They don't require you, but you would want to tip.
You would want to tip them. I know there have been people turned away after they've gone several times and not tipped. So it just depends on how you feel about that. I know they told one guy he couldn't use valet anymore because his tint of his car was wrong. It was against the state minimum or whatever. And he was like, I live in Florida and I know for sure that it's the state minimum. It was probably, I'm just going to be brutally honest, he probably didn't tip. And they were like, nah, not going to let you in anymore. When we've done it, we've tipped like $5, something like that.
Which most people say that's like really rude to tip that low. But when you live here,
I have
hard
opinions on that.
Yeah, because it's hard to like tip $20-$25.
Yeah.
Every time you go.
If I were you guys, stay away from the Universal annual pass holder page. Join the Orlando Informer one. It's much better. Like people aren't as rude in there. People are very cool and encouraging there. And they're like, so join the Orlando Informer Universal group if you have like questions like that, because people in the Universal group, they tend to be all-knowing, and if you're new and you're excited about, I just got a Universal annual pass, they're very rude to you. Yeah. Very rude. Some people will just ask simple questions like, hey, do I get a free magnet? Well, no, duh.
Or they'll be like, you can look at the website because that's where website, all the information is. It's
a bunch of real Karens and is it Karens and is it Kevins? I don't know. What's the guy version of Karen? I forget. I forget.
I didn't know that existed.
Yeah. But yeah, so avoid that. That's why if you're watching, you should subscribe to this channel because we always give you the best information and help you out on your trips. And try to get you to avoid joining any of those groups because, let me tell you, like I said, if I was going to join one, it would be the Universal one. I don't know, or the Orlando Informer one. I don't even know why or join the Universal plus size riders too. They're very nice in there too, if you're a plus size rider. Yes. Yes. But they, it's just one of those things, like you just be nice to everyone. So, anyway, back to our annual pass. Got on a tangent there.
Yeah.
Free parking, early park admission with no blockout dates. So whatever park
offers it.
Yeah, no park offers it. Discounted food. Nice segue. Yeah. And 15% off. Universal and a free Halloween Horror Nights ticket. That is awesome in itself. We didn't get to use ours this past year because all the hurricane stuff.
Yeah.
And then they put it on a date where we couldn't go. So,
Yeah.
so what I'm trying to say is all this. This is the prices for non-Florida residents. Here's the prices for Florida residents. So $324.99 for seasonal pass, $374 for power, $439 for preferred, and $639 for premier. So about $100 difference on each one. Yep, roughly $100 difference on each one. So, you know, you guys saw in the thumbnail, Disney versus Universal. Which pass is best for you? Which one is better for you? I will tell you, like I said, I'm going to defend Universal heavily on this one. I will tell you that with Universal, it's very easy to buy an annual pass. It's very easy to go to the park whenever you want to. You don't have to make reservations. You don't have to worry about that. I will say the only thing that is frustrating about Universal, and I don't know why, but I always get stopped all the time, is Universal security trying to get into the park. I guess it's because I got a camera. Other than that,
but you're never
it's
gonna
simple.
fully agree with anything 100%. I mean, you're gonna have little things that you're like, oh, okay, that's kind of annoying. You know, but it's not gonna make you not go.
It is much better prices at Universal and nice to have options. Yes, definitely. Yeah, I will say that.
I think they're a little bit nicer in that way to like their pass holders and.
Yeah. Now, I will say that Universal is much easier when it comes to pass holder like exclusive things. Like Disney pass holder previews and stuff like that is a freaking nightmare.
Allen Wrench, I think he's talking about.
Oh yeah. They do stop me at that Allen Wrench every time. What is this? What are you going to use this for? I don't know. I'm going to stab somebody in the eye with it.
It's like it goes to your camera.
I'm like, if I do this every time, I should take it off next time and show everyone what I'm talking about. Actually, can I take this one off? Let me see. Come on now. There we go.
Careful.
I'll fix it later. Okay, so on the bottom of my camera, imagine a smaller version of this. Right here. And on the bottom, see how it has this? So like on my tripod, because I have this piece, like this, on the camera, I have to do it like this, so it'll slide, you know, right through here, and it'll just lock on or whatever. But on the bottom of my camera, I have this. And the reason why I have this is because it locks onto my bag. I think I showed you guys in that video where the camera fell. It was scary. But so every time I take the Allen wrench with me so I can tighten this screw on the bottom. Now this is not the same screw. Tighten the screw on the bottom of the camera right there so that it doesn't fall out of the Allen wrench. So, or not the Allen wrench, of the camera clip. Mine falls out so easily. Yeah, I know. I wish I didn't have to use that, but like when I first started vlogging, I had a small Canon G7X, and I would just throw it in my pocket when I was walking. But when you upgrade to this beast, you can't really put it in your pocket. You gotta get moving. My tripod, I constantly have to keep an eye when it's angled because it'll flip my camera. Yeah.
I'm worried even about ours.
Yeah, I know. That's why I set it here tonight, because last time we did this, we about had a disaster.
Well, when you put it back there, it's too far away to like hurry up and grab if
I know.
something were to happen.
Yeah. I could probably show that. I don't know if it'll turn. Yeah, see, it's back there, so it's kind of far away from me. So I can't like, grab it without messing and wrecking everything. But yeah, so one more thing I want to talk about Disney is I wanted to say that that they are going. I think it's coming up this Tuesday, tax day. Don't we all dread that day? But it's coming up, where after 2 o'clock you don't have to have a reservation at Disney, except for Fridays and Saturdays, correct? At Magic Kingdom.
Well, yeah, only at Magic Kingdom
Yeah.
does that apply, but I think
Yeah.
any other park it's the
Yeah.
same.
So that's kind of some good news, you know, whatever. But so now it's your turn. I've rambled. I've talked. Fill the chat up. Let me know what your questions are. If you have anything in general about Universal or Disney that you're just curious about, this time is for you guys to kind of talk back to me, voice your opinion. If you're watching this after, drop down in the comments and leave a comment, because I will answer those, or Angie will answer those once we get them in. We're pretty quick about answering comments. At least we try to be. But yeah, so now it's your time. If you have any questions about Universal and Disney annual passes or anything in general, just send them all in. Let's have a conversation. Have you guys ever considered doing a cruise vlog? Yes, we have. We were actually scheduled to do one back about a year ago, and we backed out because of... Huh?
2
years? Yeah, 2 years.
This is when we first moved here, I think.
Yeah, we'll probably do one within the next year or so.
Again, our problem is the dogs.
The problem is the dogs. We have no one here to watch the dogs, and we do not... People can get mad at us all they want about kenneling them, not kenneling them, but
I just heard a
no.
really bad story too about a dog that was at a kennel or whatever, and they caught something at the kennel in the little place where they lock them up, and had to like go have surgery and everything. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I would literally die if something happened to our dogs. And I don't trust people like people we don't know, because I'm
I don't trust anyone.
Well, because I'm like, what if somebody tries to hit my dog or something?
Yeah.
Like, that's not the way you handle things.
Yeah, I know. You never know about people. So we're really special about our dogs. You know, we treat them special. They are
Like
our
they're-
babies.
Yeah, like they're our kids or something.
You should do
The wish one.
which one? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we were gonna do it. Let me say that I forgot. We were gonna do that, but some things came up with the COVID stuff that was going on, and we were just like, nah, we're not interested in that at all. Even though we ended up catching COVID.
Oh yeah.
So it's just kind of like laughable at that point because we ended up catching it. You
it was
should
like the protocols for the COVID stuff.
Yeah, and then it was like all this stuff about like, you know, I'm 100% believer. I'm not trying to get political. I am 100% believer in COVID because I had it.
Yeah.
It sucked, and ever since I've had it, I get sick a lot more often, like cold stuff, than I ever have in my life. Like, and it's not just because we lived here, because you know we've lived in Florida for a while now.
Yeah.
But like, so yeah, I'm a firm believer. But yeah, I definitely didn't want to risk that, and I did not like wearing masks. Like I couldn't stand it. And I was heavier at that point, and I just couldn't breathe. And I'm like, if I'm gonna have to be in a hot place like that, and that's why it, you know, with the theme parks, it was really bad here too.
And then for me, I have asthma, so the masks just like were awful for me. I would sometimes lift my mask underneath just to get air in, so I could like breathe for a minute.
Remember when we were Universal would let you take your mask off if you were actively sitting and drinking.
Yeah.
And we would sit there and drink.
We wouldn't even have a drink.
We wouldn't have anything in there. We'd be like...
Because my cup has a sleeve on it, so you can't see what's in it. So we would just put the straw to our mouth and make it look like we were drinking.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and trust us, we were like far away from people when we did this. You know? So it wasn't like we were like...
It was just like...
Oh, hey.
And then it was so humid that it was like we just needed a break.
Yeah. Okay, we have some more comments in here. You should do more Epic Universe updates. Yes, they are coming. They're coming this week, actually, because there's some stuff to talk about. Actually, you know what? I might shoot that tomorrow. I might shoot 2 videos tomorrow, because there was something that got spotted today. Don't look it up on Twitter. Just be surprised. There was something that got spotted today in the parking lot that I told you guys months ago it was going to go to Epic Universe. I told you. And so, just saying. And I need to pick a bone with you about this because the walkies, I were looking forward to your merch videos. Someone just keeps getting shy.
Yeah, I get shy and don't know what to say. So.
Pinocchio says, if I lived in Florida, I would watch the dogs for you, buddy. Oh, thanks, man. Well, when you get here, I might be calling on you. That's all I gotta say. You'll have to go through a training regime and everything. Oh, hey, April. Brian's sleeping next to you. Oh, my gosh. Tell him to wake up. We gotta go to Magic Kingdom together tomorrow. So get up. Well, no, let him get his rest so he can go to Magic Kingdom. Merch video, that's cool. Can't wait. I heard that HHN merch you guys have there right now. We are not going to get it because Knott's Berry Farm owns See You in the Fall. Oh, weird. Yeah, I just recently learned about that there's certain rights on the West Coast and the East Coast.
Yeah.
Like, the reason why that Disney cannot do Marvel Superhero Island here is because, Universal owns the rights on the East Coast, but they do not own the rights on the West Coast. Yeah. So the reason why Disney could do Guardians of the Galaxy is because technically they are not Avengers. That's why they can do it. That's what someone told me. So I don't know. You were having a good evening. Don't be shy. You have our full support. I know. She'll do awesome on that. Thank you. We are a nice low-key night for us. Yeah, this is low-key. I'm going to play some Fortnite later tonight.
Oh, yeah?
It's my gaming night, I think.
Yeah, it is.
I'll probably be up to like 3 a.m. and then wake up at 7 and be like, it's time to go to Magic Kingdom, babe. We got to ride Tron.
We
should go ride Tron tomorrow. Light cycle run.
You have one gaming night and then one, like, family night.
This is how depressing my life is, guys. She only lets me have one gaming night. Can you believe that?
But on your gaming night, I don't bother you. I let you play as long as you want.
No, I know. Sometimes my gaming nights get cut short, though, because my friends don't get on until... late. Let's establish this, okay, for everyone. I game all the time. But it's gaming with friends that is on Friday night. Let's just make that clear.
Yeah, he plays throughout the week.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys seen on the news, but the news by me, New York, this guy was on the elevator whooping his dog with a leash. Aww.
I heard somewhere else too, one of the Disney parks, that somebody whipped a kid maybe?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, with like the child leash thing, I think.
Where's Mickey when you need him?
I don't know.
I shouldn't make light of the situation, but oh my gosh. April, we will be up at 6:45. Okay. Well, send me your info so I can get you in on that Tron virtual queue.
If I saw that, I would be whooping the guys. Yeah, for sure. I'd be... Oh, no, that wouldn't be happening if I was around.
And see, that's what I'm saying, though, about our pets.
Yeah.
Is it would kill me.
I would literally go to jail if somebody laid a hand on my dog.
Yeah. She doesn't even let me get onto them.
No.
Like, if I'm, yelling at him and getting in their face, she will not...
Do not talk to my dog.
We do not beat our dogs. Now, sometimes we will give them a little love tap.
Yeah.
On
I'll go
on the snout like this.
Like, no.
No, but other than that, our dogs, they love us. That was so sad, but they gone. Good. I'm glad they did. Tron wants to go, but I don't think I will like it. You haven't ridden it yet? Come on, April. Let's do it. I'll even ride in the back seat with you. How about that? Yeah, plus size, I will help you too.
She's talking to April.
Oh, okay. I was like, what?
We'll all be jumping this person.
Oh my gosh, yeah, we're all gonna be the Love Our Life vlog group for people who beat up dogs, and it's so bad that because people think it's the opposite that we beat up dogs, but we beat up people that
hurt their dogs.
Yeah. No, remember how long it took for me to do Guardians? Listen.
Oh yeah.
Tron is so tame compared to Guardians.
Wait, I can't remember. April, have you rode?
She's rode Hagrid's.
But not Velocicoaster, right?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I've witnessed her riding Hagrid's. I've seen her riding it.
Because I was gonna say it's not as intense as Velocicoaster. I would say.
No. Oh, Tron? No.
Yeah.
Tron is not even as intense as Hagrid's. Because Tron slows down 3 times.
The launch, the part where it goes fast, I would say it feels as fast as Hagrid.
She said she'll never ride Velocicoaster.
Yeah. But there's parts where it like slows down, so it makes it not that much of a thrill ride.
That is my biggest complaint about Tron, is it slows down. And it's like, why? It's because, okay, like, not to spoil anything, but it's because you're supposed to be collecting points against the other team. Because remember, it's like, video game world. You're supposed to be collecting these points as you go through these checkpoints. And it slows down. When you go through one tunnel, it goes 1, 2, 3. So it's kind of like that.
I definitely understand, though, being scared of rides. Because the rides at SeaWorld, I mean, I've rode them. I think I've rode all the thrill rides there, haven't I?
April,
and I mean, I'm telling you, on that one where you're facing the ground, I don't know if you know much about those rides, but I literally, was tearing up. I was screaming so loud. I literally started praying, and I thought that his family was going to have to come to him and say, your wife died because she fell out. I was so scared to death. I hate that ride.
Listen, I currently cannot ride Velocicoaster. I just, honestly, I can't fit on it. But that's going to change.
Yeah.
And when it does, you guys better believe that video is going to be awesome. But I got to get April to ride that with me when it's time.
And did all the rides at SeaWorld.
And I wave, yeah. Now, those concern me a little bit.
Yeah, they're pretty scary.
Yeah, they're definitely scary. But, I've been trying to work up the nerve to at least do Tron. I promise you will be okay.
I think you will like it.
You will be okay.
Yeah.
I wouldn't lie to you.
To me, I'm not in fear on Tron or Velocicoaster. I'm not scared of those, but the SeaWorld ones, oh my gosh, those are the death of me.
Wait, is this you saying you're going to ride it? You want to ride it with us tomorrow, April? Is that what you're saying? Because I don't mind getting up that early. If I know you're going to ride with us and I can video you the whole time.
Oh my God.
I'd have to shift my GoPro over here like this because they don't allow you to take your camera on there. You can take a GoPro. You can even have your phone out. I tried to have it out and the team member or cast member was like, hey, you got to put that up. Okay, whatever. It's not that intense. There's no way. People would be able to hold a camera on that ride. I've held it during Guardians, okay? And Guardians is way more intense. No, we have to go to the dog groomer tomorrow morning. But if I go, I'll go with you. Okay. All right. I'm holding you to that. I'll remember that. I'm going to post it in the group too. Hey, April has said, guess who's going to ride? And then I'm going to break down every moment of our day that day just for continuity. Oh my gosh. What is it Adam says all the time? What's the word Adam uses? Posterity.
Yeah.
Posterity. For sure. But I hope you guys learned some things about annual passes tonight. There's really a lot, We should probably start a pass holder group or something like that for just us. But definitely like join the Disney and Universal plus size riders groups. Everyone is really kind in there, and they give information on stuff. And then we're always posting our videos in there, so we always have information. I'll give you permission, but I'll scream. But yeah, we always have information in there. And if you're going to join like a plus, or not plus, but a pass holder group, I would do the Orlando Informer one. Stay away from the main Disney ones and the Universal one.
Yeah,
those are very
so
toxic.
rude. Yeah.
Very toxic. It's like you can. It's weird because like I said earlier, you could be a brand new pass holder. You have no clue, and you just went on on Facebook and was like, you know what? I'm gonna look and see if they have a group for pass holders, because maybe I can ask people stuff, because not all of us vloggers cover everything. There's stuff that we leave out. There's stuff not because we mean to, but it just happens.
But people are coming from all walks of life, and not everyone is tech savvy, So sometimes it's nice to be able to go to a group and be like, hey, I have this question, and I don't know who else to ask, and I don't want to waste hours calling on the phone.
Yeah.
So, I just feel like, just quit being nasty to people, Just spread kindness and joy.
The Plus Size Rider group is on Facebook, but there is... April, do you have Instagram too?
And she has TikTok.
No, you have a TikTok. You should totally post that video of you trying to capture Brian on Velocicoaster. You remember that one? Where Brian's coming down, he goes, hey! And she goes, hi! And then the camera's like way down here. That's my favorite April story.
No, I don't. Never got into it. So I think she's referring
Okay,
to
so we don't have Instagram or Twitter on those groups, but
yeah, so she has Facebook and TikTok.
remember that Weird Al, the Gangster's Paradise, but it was Amish Paradise.
Yeah.
Technologically impaired. I'm sorry, April. I'm giving you a hard time. Yeah, I know. You'll never live it down. Yeah, I know. It's great. I mean, I wish I could show the video. I wish you need to let me have that so I can just show you. This is how not to vlog. I'm teasing her. Oh my gosh.
I'm not great either.
We love April. She's a
Yeah.
good friend of ours, so. She's the only one that we can talk to so mean, and she gives it back. So, she'll definitely give it back. You can. I'll send it to you. I was dying. It's like, oh my gosh! It's like on The Office, the episode where Pam thinks she's videoing her daughter's play, and because she got a call in the middle of it, and she completely missed it, and then she just goes, oh well, I must not have recorded it.
Yeah.
Like, but yeah, so definitely. But yeah, so those are some huge benefits that you guys can get. There's a lot of good stuff out there. Those groups, like, they're just the main ones are just very toxic, and we'll just be sitting here on the couch, and Angie will be like, did you see what this person said? I'm like, no, what? And it's terrible. Like, it's bad. And it's just like, okay. And then Universal will step in after like 30 minutes to an hour and be like, okay, I'm shutting off comments, whatever. Sometimes, April, you know this, when you run a group, sometimes you just have to cut off comments because they just get too rude. But anyway, so no video tomorrow. But there will be a video on Sunday, which I'm looking forward to. But if you guys are watching this after the fact, please consider subscribing. Hit that like button and the notification bell so you know when our next video is coming out. So we're going to call it a night. Thank you guys. We haven't eaten yet, so we're going to go get us something to eat. I think we're having steak tonight, I believe. Anyway, we love you all. Thank you so much for joining us for this little bit. We will be back live streaming in the parks next week when we're feeling better. But we will see you guys. Have a good night. Have a great weekend. God bless y'all. And remember, the road goes ever on.